What's up, everyone? It's Art Morrison III, CEO of United Home Relief, and welcome to United We Invest. This right here you're looking at is 9 Spear Street in Somerville, New Jersey, and I'm excited to give you guys all the first official walkthrough of what it looks like before we start demolition and renovating. Let's check out the outside first. So as you guys can see, the property is a little bit beat up. They didn't take the best care of it. So on the outside, it seems like the siding is in pretty good shape. A lot of the trim and gutters need to be replaced. So if you see up top, we're obviously gonna need to replace that siding. So instead of doing a full siding replacement, which could cost 15 grand or more, we're actually just gonna be repairing the siding. Maybe even slapping a little paint where there needs to be paint to save costs on our renovation. This property we were lucky to purchase in the up and coming town of Somerville, New Jersey for only $250,000. Properties like this can be worth as much as $425,000 once we're finished renovating it. We plan to put $100,000 worth of work into this property. Another piece about the outside is this weird accent blue they decided to go with. I don't know what look they were necessarily going for, but we're likely gonna be going with a black and white theme with a red door or something with a popping color on the front to really increase the curb appeal. We're also gonna be getting rid of a bunch of these trees to really let the neighborhood know, hey, this is the newest and hottest product on the market, come purchase. Another big thing that we're gonna be doing on the outside is the roof. A brand new roof is not only gonna improve the curb appeal of the property, but it's also gonna improve the value of the property. The sellers informed us that they never replaced the roof ever since they first purchased it, and they purchased this property in 2005. So that roof is at least 15 years old. Let's check out the inside. Before renovation started, but my contractor is such a beast. Look at this guy. He can't help but start ripping up carpets and ripping up floors. We could have caught this a little earlier. I think we can show some old clips and photos, but the owners left a ton of junk and a ton of mess in this house. So fortunately that they cleaned up a little bit before they moved. And I'm happy we walked in on this because you guys are getting a live look at these beautiful hardwood floors that we prayed were underneath the carpet, and our prayers are answered. Look how beautiful that hardwood floor looks. So before we went outside and started this video, there was actually a wall here blocking off what's gonna be a more open kitchen. So you guys are actually getting the first look at what it looks like when you walk in the front door, can see directly into the kitchen, because our goal is to install a peninsula here that allows maybe seating at the bar, but most importantly, give it a more open and bigger feel as soon as you walk into the property. All right, guys, welcome downstairs. This is actually my favorite room of the whole property because it has so much potential. As you can see, there's a lot of space. The ceilings are relatively high, so what we plan on doing here is just making it a real clean room with nice bright carpet and some recessed lighting that gives you a couple options. One of my favorite options is a potential downstairs master suite, and let me show you why. Not only is there a separate entrance into this downstairs area, but also this area that you're looking at, which is some sort of weird utility bathroom, laundry room combo, is actually gonna be a full pipes. All this stuff is gonna be gone. We're gonna be moving it to the attic and turn this into a top tier state-of-the-art bathroom. One of those bathrooms like you'll see on HGTV or something. We're gonna be moving washer and dryer hookup over here. So then we have all this space for a full bathroom, which would, like I mentioned earlier, enhance this downstairs space into a potential master suite if you wanted it to be that. If not, you definitely would be left with a really awesome family room. We also had the idea of putting a separate door here, this door going into the bathroom, and this door, if there was a wall up, going directly outside into the laundry room. What that would allow is for people in the remainder of the house to possibly use the back door entrance in order to do their laundry without disrupting who may be living in the master suite. Let's check out upstairs. The first thing that stood out to me when we walked in these rooms is not the great space or the pretty good closet space. But what stood out to me was the jailhouse windows. So we took a stroll up and down the streets to see when people renovated their houses if they swapped these windows, and there's only a few houses that did swap the windows, but there was 2 things we noticed about those few houses. A, they were the nicest houses on the street, And B, they only turned this window sideways, so they at least had one window in each room that was a traditional window that whoever living in this room can enjoy views outside and quality lighting. Let's check out the other room. This room, same thing. This window here, I wouldn't recommend changing because no one else on the block had a traditional window in the front. They kept the sideways look. In the surrounding 4 blocks, every house has the same windows. But what they did do is swap this side window out as well, just like we mentioned in the other room. With a room this size, this room actually has potential to be a master bedroom if someone decided it to be. There's one more bedroom upstairs. Let's check it out. So here's a potential attic space / master bedroom or just a bedroom. Some people who saw on our Instagram live walkthrough mentioned that this could be a really cool office space. The only thing about this upstairs is it does have a larger window, even though it's that weird sideways jailhouse window, but it is more accessible and easy to see out of, even if you're not 6'7" like me. Another thing about this space up here is that the window below does not open. We could potentially swap it out, or we could just leave it there because it does bring in some pretty cool lighting. These are the only 2 windows up there. There's no other space for us to build windows. So basically what you see is what you get. The other cool thing about this attic space is that it has this weird nook up here that could potentially be where we store all the utilities. Not potentially, this is where we're gonna store all the utilities. That way we maximize the space in the living area and utilize the space in the attic that seems to be like this weird Cinderella dungeon room. Last but not least, let's check out the main floor bathroom. So this bathroom isn't anything special, but we're gonna try our best by conducting a complete gut and bringing everything up to a more modern look so that the people on this main floor who aren't in the master suite or using the beautiful state-of-the-art downstairs bathroom that we build can still enjoy their showering or shitting experience. All right, guys, 2 last things that are gonna be main attractions of the house. If you check out here in the front, this old rickety window we're gonna be swapping out for a nice brand new, huge, looks like maybe a 7-foot window. This window is real special because it really is responsible for much of the lighting inside this general living space. The other really cool thing about this property is that it has a pull-in garage attached to the house. So we're gonna be installing a powered garage because right now it's manual. And then what we'll potentially be doing is putting a wall here, knocking down these walls and building a dining room off the kitchen. Because as you guys saw, there's not much dining room space. Now we're still toying with the idea. So as soon as my contractor doesn't have his hands full, we're gonna talk about actually whether we add the dining room and if that'll increase the amount of profits that we can get at the end, or if we just leave it as it is and still try to maximize profits while saving on the work. All right, guys, that's pretty much the walkthrough of 9 Spear Street in Somerville, New Jersey. I love this property because you have a garage, 2 back door entrances, and obviously the opportunity for some beautiful curb appeal on the corner of what's kind of a main road and a nice, quiet, quaint street that if you know anything about Somerville, New Jersey, this street actually connects 2 rival high schools. So it's in a really great area, really great residential area. And although we don't have much backyard, we do have, if you see behind me, this whole lot is ours, right? So there is an opportunity to potentially fence this yard or just leave it and you have plenty of space between the house and the actual road that makes any homeowner feel comfortable. Not to mention we got the patio on the side of the property for hosting that has a very private experience that they've wrapped in trees that we're considering either planting new and nicer trees or installing a fence. All right, family, that's 9 Spear Street. I'll see you when some of this work gets done. Peace. Kate's laughing because I whipped the camera out, but I wanted to capture this moment because I didn't expect this reaction. The old owners didn't insulate properly. They didn't install the siding properly, so we have to reside the house. So what I said was, let's reside the house a different color that pops, like a green or a blue, with a nice brown roof, and because we have to reside it anyway. Instead of residing it white, which it already is, even though that was our original plan of a white house and a black roof and, you know, a door that pops, a nice red or something like that. And you don't like that?
Not at all.
Why don't you like it?
I almost feel like you're playing a joke on me right now.
Why? Why is that a joke?
Because I hate that style. Like, I absolutely hate that style. I think we go with either white, gray, or
all right, so
tan.
Gray is an option. I'm gonna actually turn the camera. So gray is an option. I like this kind of gray. I just wanted a poppy color, so we got that gray. I was thinking, I'm gonna zoom here. I think I can catch this blue. Oh, you can't, yeah, you can see it. Like a blue like that. You see that house down there, babe?
Yeah, I see it.
That like pops. Or the green that I said. Why do you hate that style so much?
I hate it. I don't like anything about a house with color. I personally would never want a house that had color. I want white, gray, or tan.
All right, so we're replacing the old white siding with brand new white siding and a black roof. That's what I'm saying. It's like,
if you don't want to do it, then
it's not that I don't want to do it. It just might. All right.
we'll think about it.
We'll see what happens,
Yeah.
but we're probably gonna end up going white because Kate wants white.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to United We Invest TV. I'm Kate McCready. We're standing here at 9 Spears Street in Somerville, New Jersey. Let's go take a look at the final product. We went with the all brand new siding here. We went with the green. We wanted it to pop. It's on a corner and it's also on a street with a lot of neutral colors, a lot of beiges, whites, grays. So we wanted something that would stand out. Here we painted the brick white. It was previously unpainted, but we wanted it to match all the trim, all the white trim, the white gutters, and we also painted white all the way around the house. We have a brand new brown roof to go with that green color so that it really popped. Let's go take a look inside. Before, this house was really dark. The owners had it for 20 years and they didn't do anything to it whatsoever. There was this matted down carpet on the floor, so we decided we wanted to give it a completely fresh new look. We went with a brand new brown hardwood floors. The dark hardwood floors, and we decided to accent that with all light colors throughout the house, the trim and the paint, as well as the carpet. So let's take a look at the kitchen. Before, there was this kind of half divider wall. It went from about here to where the island is now. We wanted to open it up. People like open concepts these days, and it would also give a much bigger feel to the house. We didn't want it to feel so enclosed and dark like it was before. In the kitchen, we have these quartz countertops. Quartz countertops are a lot more durable. They're a lot easier to clean. No real maintenance that's required with them. We went with the all white shaker cabinets, and of course, brand new stainless steel appliances. Let's take a look at the garage. So with this property, it's one of the only houses on the street that has an enclosed garage, or carport, if you will. We decided to put a brand new garage door on the front, just to give it that, completely finished feel. And again, we went with this nice gray fluffy carpet. It just gives it that extra homey feel for the upstairs and where the bedrooms are. We decided, well, all throughout the house we put brand new windows, but before it was about half this size across, and honestly I couldn't even see out the window unless I stood on something and looked outside. So we wanted to open up and put all brand new windows, big windows, so that you could let all the light in, and whoever it is in the room, if it's a kid or somebody short like myself, could see outside and enjoy a nice day. This is the second bedroom, a brand new window as well. This is kind of the window that I was talking about in the other one that we swapped out, so you can see the difference here. You can take a look here inside of the bathroom. We went with a little warmer feel just to kind of switch it up. We went with those same hardwood floors in the bathroom, all new finish, backsplash, new vanity, light fixtures and everything. Up here is the third bedroom. As you can see, it's kind of slanted. The previous owners were using this as the master bedroom, and if you're my size, that works out. If you're Art's size, then maybe you would not use this as the master bedroom. But same thing, all light Color is all light trim, light paint. You see the closet here. It's a decent sized closet. You get access to the HVAC and attic space in there. Down here, we gave a completely fresh look to the previously used as a living space. Same homey, fluffy, gray carpet with the same paint job all throughout. Light trim, light paint job, again, just to really open up and give it a feel that it's a little bigger than it is. In here, we added a whole new bathroom. We built it from the ground up. It has the same backsplash that you saw in the kitchen. I don't think I spoke about it much, but it's that grayish, bluish mirror backsplash in here. But everything is brand new. We wanted to add a second bathroom just to give the house a little more value. So everything in here is from the ground up. It was actually a hole here that we had jackhammered and everything, so it looks a lot better than it did before. And we decided to go with these gray floors, just again to give it that light, airy feel, that big open space feel. Over here is where a stackable washer and dryer will go. And out this way, this is just more access to the outside of the house. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of United We Invest TV. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram @United Home Relief. And that's it. Stay tuned for the next episode.